Hmm. I'm not sure. Not sure which mic is being used. But okay, so I have never tried a cooking stream before. This is gonna be my first time trying, and also I'm testing my new setup because this is not the kitchen that I normally cook in. Like it's an apartment that I'm currently staying in, and kind of old, kind of dimly lit. So I'm just trying everything out. And today I'm gonna cook 15-minute aglio olio, and I still have ingredients left over from the other day when I was cooking a serving for myself. And today I have to cook a portion to bring over to my parents' house so that we can share it for dinner. It's just gonna be like a side dish. It's not gonna be like a main meal, so the portion is not very big. And I believe greatly in agaration, which is just agar-agar. You don't need to like go by 1 teaspoon means 1 teaspoon, or like 1 tablespoon means 1 tablespoon. So everything is gonna be based on how I have done this dish before, and there are gonna be no real measurements. But it's really really easy because you don't actually need real measurements to um, make a dish taste nice. Yeah, it's not the scientific way of cooking. So this webcam here that's on my chopping board has actually been going in and out of focus a bit. I'm a bit worried about the quality of that, but well, it's the best I can do right now. So as I said, I cooked the other day, so I still have some ingredients left over. And this is the garlic that I chopped. So I didn't see a need to chop it super evenly. I like some chunky bits and some finer bits. But you have to be careful when cooking garlic that's not evenly chopped because some bits will burn faster than the rest. So that's just one thing to note. And I've olive oil. I'm gonna cook anchovy aglio olio today. And these are some anchovies which are seasoned in, I think, olive oil and peppers. So I guess it's something like chilies. So anchovies are what people call angmo angmo ikan bilis. Yeah, I believe you can get them in the supermarket anywhere. They normally come in cans. Yeah. Then I have a pasta. I use penne, but you can technically use any other kind of pasta that you like, I guess. And I have dried chilies. So I like my aglio olio spicy. But I didn't want to buy a packet of chili putties because I won't be able to finish using it and then they'll just rot in my fridge. So dried chilies allow me to store them for a longer time. And by the way, I'm sorry if you hear Dota in the background because I'm kind of like half listening to the Faceless game, which is playing. But yeah, so dried chilies. Sorry, apparently I opened it upside down. So since I've already done this dish the other day, I don't need to chop the garlic. I'll show you. I just need to do the dried chilies. So I like it spicy. I'm gonna chop up probably. Yeah, I'm gonna chop up these. I don't recommend that you omit this even if you cannot take spicy stuff because a little bit of dried chili in the aglio olio is what makes it nice. I mean, if you don't want to eat spicy, then don't eat aglio olio. So let me just keep the rest of the dried chili in the fridge. And I'm gonna go rinse the dried chili. And before I actually start preparing, I'm gonna boil the water for the pasta. So I've already filled my pot behind here with some water, and I'm just gonna put it to boil. Okay, let me read the chat a bit. Try putting a wet cloth below your chopping board. It seems kind of unstable. Yeah, you're right. I think this surface isn't very good, yeah. I'll put this bunch of tissue here. See, I haven't started chopping yet. Yeah, there. So that works. Okay, so let me see what other the chat has been now. So I kind of think that you shouldn't put tomato in aglio olio. I actually like sun-dried tomatoes, but it's just a different kind of pasta, you know. So anyway, if you don't like spicy food, after you rinse your chili, let me see how this looks on the screen. So after you rinse your chili, it's actually a bit soft, and you can kind of squeeze the seeds out of it. See, the seeds are coming out. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a pile of seeds here right now. So that's what you can do if you want it to be less spicy. But like I said, aglio olio is about the spice to me, so I like it spicy. And this knife is pretty good. It was actually a free gift from Philips. It's a ceramic knife. So anyway, I'm just gonna roughly chop them up. And yeah, it sounds like Faces is doing it, yeah. I really hope they make it to Kiev. I feel like they've put aside a lot of their life to make this work, and they should have something to show for it. I mean, the last major at Boston was quite a disaster, and I just hope they've learned from that. And I think their biggest challenge would be playing against NA and EU teams, because they don't actually have the chance to scrim with them very much, and play styles and just everything, even time difference probably is going to play a part in how they perform. I think probably Kiev would be of a better time zone than Boston, because I think it's about 5 or 6 hours difference from here, and as you know, gamers like to stay up late, so yeah, all of that works out in their favor. Time zones and everything. Like all the European teams will have to wake up early in the morning to compete, but for the Asian teams, it will be like, oh yay, like evening, afternoon kind of timing when the games are being played for them. So hopefully that will help with skewing things in their favor. I think it's really cold in Kiev now. Probably moving into spring. Okay, so that's the dried chilies. When will Tammy go pro on Overwatch? How about never? Okay, so my water is starting to boil, and I'm gonna add in some salt, because what salt does to boiling water is that it allows it to boil at a higher temperature, which will help in cooking your pasta quicker. For other pastas that I cook, I would add a bit more salt just to make the pasta itself more flavorful. But since I'm cooking anchovy aglio olio, the anchovies are quite salty, so I add less salt in the water than I normally would. And my pasta is going in. I left the lid ajar because when you cook pasta, it will definitely overboil. When it overboils, like scream or something so that I know. So here are the anchovies. I should probably like give it a little taste so that I know. It's actually quite spicy. There are chili seeds inside, in case you can't see. Yeah, I think my setup's a bit awkward right now. So this camera here, I would like it to be in front, but it's just the way the kitchen is. And don't be afraid to let the pot of spaghetti boil, because that's what it has to do. If I had all my normal equipment, I would use a pressure cooker, because then it doesn't overboil and then it cooks faster as well. But pressure cooker also means that it's harder to tell whether your spaghetti is done or not. So I'm just turning the fire down a bit to get it off a rolling boil, but just keeping it kind of boiling, but off the crazy rolling boil kind of thing. And yeah, I think I'm ready to start cooking the sauce. Sauce. And I know that you don't normally add these two herbs into aglio olio, like rosemary and oregano, but I kind of like the flavors inside anyway. Rosemary is normally used for like chicken and lamb and stuff. Oregano is more commonly used on pizzas, but these are the only two spices I have here, so I'm just gonna chuck them in later when I cook. And yeah, so my stream's about cooking with the bare minimum equipment because this is a temporary place and I don't have a lot. As you can see, these are the chopsticks that I'm using. It's quite sad maybe, but yeah, I'm just gonna wait until we move into our new place before I stock up my kitchen properly. Um, it would really help if you had a wooden skillet instead of wooden chopsticks to cook with. But yeah. So let me just reposition something so I can start showing you the frying bit. And let's hope I don't so let's just hope this works, okay? Maybe I should shift this too. As I said, I'm testing everything, so I don't really know the best positions for everything. I don't know how this sounds. Is this better? Yeah, I think that might be better. And then I don't know. I guess you can look at me. Yeah, does that work? Okay. So, and it sounds like Faceless isn't doing too well. Right. Yeah. Okay, so you want to make sure that you cook everything, but that you don't burn anything because all these ingredients heat up very quickly. So I don't need to have everything on very high heat, so I'm just gonna add the oil in first. And wait a bit for it to heat up. Then I'm just gonna add the garlic in before it gets too hot because I'm not browning the garlic, I'm just heating it through. And another thing that I have to be careful about is cooking next to this boiling pot because the water will spray into the hot oil, and water in hot oil is not something you want to stir around in front of your face. Like, definitely not. So I think if you wanted to know, the amount of garlic here is probably about four segments, four cloves. Is that it? Four cloves. And I'm just gonna make sure that the temperature is kept decently low because, as I said, my garlic is of different sizes, and I don't want the smaller ones to burn. And it's actually browning quite quickly already, which is scaring me. So I'm just gonna add all the chili in as well. And I'm gonna take it off the stove while I catch my anchovies. So if you're adding the anchovy flavored oil inside, you have to be careful because it contains stuff other than oil, which creates a very bad reaction with hot oil. So add with caution. And I'm adding this oil because I know it's extra virgin olive oil. I don't want to consume like weird other oils if possible. And just adding the rest of it in. I don't think you can actually see, right? My hand is really oily. But I'm turning the fire down. And then I'm going to cook it slowly until the anchovy kind of melts. I'm not going to add the herbs so early because I don't want to burn the herbs. Burn herbs taste terrible. It's really, really bitter. Let me use the tissue that was on the chopping board and just hold the webcam over so that you can see. So the anchovies are actually melting and it's starting to look a bit like belacan if you're more familiar with Asian cooking. And it becomes this paste. I also turn the fire quite low. To make sure that nothing gets overcooked horribly.
Oops, sorry.
Why did you turn off my light?
I thought that was the kettle.
And yeah, so that can stay on a bit of simmer. And I'm gonna add herbs. Oh yeah, it tastes kind of like this loss. But they have a third game, so I hope they put it back together. You can actually do without the herbs. But I just like the extra dimension of flavor that offsets the super salty, savory taste. So this sauce is actually done, and now I'm just gonna wait for the pasta to finish cooking. So fire off, and I'm gonna wash up a little bit. So here we go. Let's turn the wax in. Not sure if you can hear me because I don't really know which webcam is recording the volume. But hopefully you can hear. And, yeah, I'll improve on my setup if I do another cooking stream. Okay. Yeah, gonna put this right here. Sorry, there's a lot of like shuffling of equipment and stuff because everything's kind of in a mess here. Because I've never done a cooking stream and I don't know where the best angles are. So I had another tip in mind that I wanted to tell you, which was about chopping boards. chopping boards have two sides, right? And if you only have one chopping board in the house, make sure it's obvious and that you remember which side you use your raw food on and which side you use the food that you're just gonna chop and eat straight, because you don't want to chop like chicken on one side and then like at night you chop an apple on it and eat it. So just make sure you know which side you're using and use that consistently. Yeah, chopping boards also tend to get moldy, especially if you use a wooden one. So make sure you clean them appropriately. Okay, chopsticks. So I'm gonna check on the pasta. When you cook pasta, be sure to add a generous amount of water because it absorbs a lot and you don't want to end up with like a pasta mess after that, or like pasta that's too hard but there's no more water left to cook it. So I just pick out a piece and I cool it a bit and bite into it, and it is al dente right now, which is like a bit hard. I think I could leave it for a minute or so. I mean, it's really up to your preference as to how chewy you want your pasta to be. Okay, so I have turned the fire off, and next is the tricky part because I only have two pots and like the bare essentials here. I would actually have preferred to have either those scoops which have a drainer, like the kind used in steamboat but bigger, and scoop out the pasta and put it in another bowl. But I don't. So I mean, a drainer will work as well. Those colanders where you just pour all the pasta in and then you leave it in the sink to drip dry. But I don't have either of those. So and the pot is hot. So what I'm gonna do is use the cover and put it at the edge of the pot and pour out the excess water into the sink. So I'm gonna be off camera for a bit because I've got no hands to move the webcam. Okay, I know you can't see, but my pasta is kind of drained. And I would actually like my pasta a lot drier, but as I said, I'm working with very little equipment here. So I'm just gonna leave it to steam dry, kind of, a bit. And after this, it's just a simple matter of putting the pasta into the pot where I cook the sauce and mixing it up. And that's it. It's actually really quite simple. Usually 15-minute pasta or less. So I will try to do the mixing here. Meanwhile, let me keep the herbs. So this is the sauce. And this is the pasta that's too wet. So I'm gonna wish for the best, hope for the best. Pour it in together, trying to keep as much water as I can out. And I have to grab the spoon together with my disposable wooden chopsticks. Just gonna stir everything up. So what I also like to do is add some toasted bacon on top. I mean, I feel that's optional because the anchovies are already pretty tasty, but I mean, you can add bacon in for the added taste and added texture because it's crispy. So how I prepare the bacon is I freeze my bacon because I buy a bunch at a time and then I put it in the freezer in individual packets to store. And I take out one packet and I kind of thaw it. You need to thaw it beforehand if possible because you don't want to microwave thaw it. You end up cooking it, like boiling it a bit, and that's not nice. So you want your bacon as dry as possible, and you cut it into bits. And I just put it on a tray with a bit of olive oil, and then I toast it in a toaster oven. Yep. And when that's done, that should take about 20 to 25 minutes for about 5 pieces of chopped bacon on temperature of about 200. And it becomes nice and toasty, and you can put it on the side so that people who want to add it in can go ahead, and people who don't can just, eat pasta straight. So I'm gonna taste it. I don't think it'll be too spicy. And if you can see, all the pasta is like coated with anchovy paste. There's some garlic, a bit of chili on my chopsticks. It's pretty good. It's quite spicy. I think my dad's gonna enjoy this because in case you missed the first part of my stream, I'm cooking this to bring home to supplement my mom's dinner. We have family dinner on Sundays, and this Sunday I'm just contributing by bringing a pot of aglio olio. So right now the only problem that I see with this aglio olio is that I couldn't drain it as much as I wanted to, so it's a bit watery, but yeah, I think it tastes pretty good. Now let me recheck. Well, for bacon you can actually use turkey bacon or something, and like I said, it's optional also. There's no bacon in this. Yeah, this is baconless. Just the only protein in here is fish. Well, yeah, I hope it'll be dry-ish by the time I bring it home. But look at all that amazing sauce. It's coating every single piece of penne. And this is another reason why I like using penne because it has a hollow interior and it has ridges on the outside, so it picks up the sauce really nicely as opposed to like linguine or linguine to a certain extent, but more so like for spaghetti because by the time you mix it up and then when you eat, it's all gonna slide off and then you're gonna have a pile of sauce at the end of your pot and no more pasta to eat when you be eating really bland pasta. So yeah, this is my 15-minute contribution to my family dinner tonight. Feel free to leave feedback on how you think I can set this up better. I'm trying to work with my environment And yeah, I don't know, if you like it, tell me, maybe I will cook a bit more. But like I said, I'm a very imperfect chef. I don't do measurements, I don't count how much I add in. It's a lot by feel and estimation. Mm. Did you forget to put tomato paste puree? No, this is not a tomato based pasta. So there are a few different kinds of pastas. They have the cream based ones, they have the tomato sauce based ones, and then they have the oil based ones. I mean, I think there should be more, but I'm not sure. But these are the main three that I know, and this is the oil based one. Cooking apron. Yeah, I kind of forgot. I'm just like wearing pajamas again. Sorry. Like random chapalang clothes. Carbonara pasta is actually in essence bacon aglio olio with cream and raw egg on top. Mm. But yeah, carbonara is tasty. I like it. Make an apron with Eliza face. First, I need to get approval from Eliza to use her face, and I hope she won't charge me royalties. Okay, so I'm going off stream now, and I gotta prepare to go back to my place for dinner. Thank you for watching my very imperfect stream, and leave feedback. I will post a status on my channel asking for feedback. So feel free to comment there. Okay, below the main video player on my Twitch page, there's like a channel feed of whatever I like, whatever status I post there. So I'm gonna leave a what did you think of my cooking stream, and feel free to tell me what you think I should or should not do. Bye. Enjoy your dinner and the rest of the weekend.